Hello. Sorry about that. Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday. Sorry, my kitty's in the room, so I was trying to get her attention, but she's still navigating, jumping on the bed. So I think I'll leave her to it. Hey, do you want to come say hello? Huh? Do you want to come say hello? No? No? Okay, she's still focusing. So, happy Friday. It is Aloha Friday, Aloha Oracle Friday. Today's the day we have some fun going into the weekend, right? Just doing the thing. So, I thought I would pull from Angel Answers today. She made it. I can hear her. Good morning, older sibling. So, she's a cutie patootie. She was hanging around my legs all this time. The minute I hit live, she ran away. So, I guess she's a little camera shy. But, yeah, so, wow. Let's see if we can get any answers here from the angels. So how's everybody today? How was your week? I know we're closing in on spring pretty soon, right? I'm just going to cut these in half and then pull from the top. So, we're getting close to spring now. Spring. I know. I got so much sleep last night. I don't know what to do with myself. But sorry about that. Yeah. So, anyways, you know what? Okay, I'm just all over the place. So, let's just start. Okay. So before, well, yeah, I'll just do it. No need to worry. No need to worry. If something is bothering you and you're freaking out about something, there is no need for you to worry. In fact, you can even see the rainbows in there, and rainbows are a sign of hope and promise and, new beginnings and all those things. So, it's just kind of focusing on that, right? But yeah, just sometimes the problem when we're going through problems is that we tend to worry. And when we tend to worry, we kind of break down that good vibe, right? And when you break down that good vibe, what's happening? You're lowering your vibe, and that makes it harder for things to come in for you. So if possible, try to find things that you love to do. I know gas is expensive, but if you want to go for a drive, go for a walk, ride your bike, even just drive to a park, sit out in nature for a while, do that. Because whatever brings you joy, right? Maybe you have a hobby, you like to write, or maybe you just need a good vent session, right? Go have some coffee with some friends or a friend, or maybe even just by yourself and journal the hell out of whatever it is you're going through. But whatever it is, there's no need to worry. So even though it might feel like it's taking forever for things to come to fruition for you, it's being worked on, okay? Number 2, take action. Take action. This could mean a lot of things. A lot of people think, oh, well, it says that if I want to do this, I have to try. Sometimes just trying to up your vibe is the best try that anyone can ask for. Just putting one step, one foot in front of the other, one step forward is, sorry, it's about to be a cat showdown in here. But, sometimes just putting one foot in front of the other, it is taking action. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. It's, getting away from what you normally do every single day, right? If you're just a couch potato every single day, get up and start moving around. Get up and go outside. Go out and do something, whatever it is that brings you joy, right? So take action. Okay, I'm hearing things, but I'm not seeing things. Trust. Trust is a super duper hard one. A lot of times we feel like we're in charge, like we need to be in charge because we need things to happen right now. We need things to go our way right now. And it doesn't necessarily happen that quickly. It doesn't necessarily, I'm sorry, my hair is just doing all kinds of things today. It doesn't necessarily happen that quickly or that easily. But trust is the number one. Oh, there you are. Hi. Can you hear her? She's loud. That's Lily. But trust is really an important thing. It's a number one thing. It's hard. I know that trusting that everything's going to be okay so you don't have to worry, trusting that you have the energy or the strength to take action can be hard, but you're worth it, right? You deserve that. You've earned that in your life. And I think and it's not even about earning it, it's just about believing it. It's trusting, really. It's not about earning it. I take that back. I'm sorry. It's about knowing that you're worth it, right? It's about knowing that whatever you put your mind towards, you can achieve that or something better. What the something better, that which you're looking for may not be what's meant for you. So the something better kind of opens it opens and expands the wiggle room that you have, so that you can go for something that is meant for you. All right, let's do 2 more and then we'll move on to the other decks. The situation will improve. I like this one. The situation will improve. So it's interesting, right? You saw me shuffling and you saw me just kind of like nothing was coming out. But so we split the deck, or I split the deck. I don't know why I always say we. I think because I'm talking to you guys. But I split the deck and we started just pulling from the top. We had no need to worry, take action, trust, and now the situation will improve. So these cards are telling a story, okay? In fact, let me pull the last one. Oh, okay, well that one's improving health. So that one doesn't feel like it totally goes with it, but it might. If your health is what you were worrying about, then you need to not worry, take action, trust that the situation will improve and your health will as well, okay? So, or it could just be, if none of these cards are meant for you before this one, it could just be that your health is improving if you're asking that question. But again, like I said, the first card was, there's no need to worry. When you worry, you bring in the bad vibes, right? It's hard to move forward when you have these things going on in your head and you're bringing down your own vibe and it's just like, right? So take action to find ways not to worry. Take action to raise your vibe, to do things that are going to benefit you in the long run. Yeah. Trust that what you're doing is the right thing. Trust that the actions that you're taking are the right actions for yourself, right? And when you do that, your situation will begin to improve. Because you're raising that vibe, you're raising your awareness of where you're at in your feelings. And actually, that can also improve your health. Oops, sorry. That can also improve your health. And by that I mean, stress can cause high blood pressure. It can cause a lot of bad things to happen. Hypertension, all this crazy stuff, right? So just if you can, find a way to not worry, to take action, to trust that you're on the right path, and to trust them that they are guiding you down the right path so that your situation can improve, and that includes your health. Okay, your health can improve as well. All right, so there you go. That's the Angel Answers cards. I really like that. That was, that was a little bit of craziness, right? Almost spot on. So let's see. I pulled the healing cards today because I don't know why. Sometimes I pull what kind of just hits me between the eyes when I'm looking at the decks. So I feel like maybe someone either needs to be validated or someone needs to hear this. So let's just see what we got here for the Healing Yourself cards. Now, for anybody who may be new, sorry, I thought I had a cat at my legs. So for anyone who might be new to this, what I do is I pull the card, I give you my interpretation of the card. Good morning, baby sibling. So you did miss the Angel Answers cards, so I'm going to go over them for you really quick in case they mean anything to you. It's the guidance cards I pulled. So anybody who might be joining us right now, the first cards in the Angel Answers decks were no need to worry, take action, trust, the situation is improving, and there was that fifth bonus card of sorts, which is improving health. So if you've had anybody who has had a question about health or who's going through health stuff, the card is showing that the health is improving. Or it could also mean that when you do not worry, you do take action to raise your vibe. You trust that everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out, which allows your situation to improve, and it ups your vibe. It can also improve your own health. No stress, or no, I don't think anybody has a week where they don't stress at some point. But less stress means, better blood pressure, less hypertension, unless that's the same thing. I don't know. I'm just throwing words out there. But improving health was the 5th / bonus card of that 5-card pull. So again, here we go. So like I said, for anybody who's new and watching, the way I do my cards is I will give you my interpretation and then I will read the book, because the book is specific, and sometimes people need to hear the book more than they need to hear what I'm tapping in and hearing. Okay, so I figured that's a good way. Before I used to read the book because I thought it let me off the hook, but now I realize it's just you're getting all the meanings that you're supposed to be getting. So let's get rolling. Oh, good. See, I'm glad I repeated those. Let's see. Ooh, soulmate. Yeah, soulmate. 14. So, this one seems pretty cut and dry, except the weird thing is this guy kind of looks invisible behind her. So right, he's not in full color. So, no, please don't get, caught up in genders or anything, okay? These cards are for anybody across the board, however you identify, and however you choose to live your life, and that's up to you. That's great. I empower all those things, but sometimes cards can be a little specific, so try not to worry about this person. Just imagine this person as being more like a ghost in the background, right? So I think what it's trying to say from my interpretation that I'm hearing now is that be patient. Right? Be patient, my butt. But yeah, be patient. What's interesting is if you are a person who's wondering why love hasn't hit your door yet, or why you can't seem to find the right person. Maybe you're going, maybe you've been dating and you're just like, oh, fuck this. This is so goddamn hard. Sorry, guys. Sorry, God. Here's the thing. The harder you hang on to something or an idea of something, the harder it is for it to get to you, because you're putting out those impatient vibes. You're putting out the, well, why hasn't this happened yet vibes? And you're not allowing this to come in to you. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm listening to myself as I speak. Okay. Cause I'm hearing it, but every so often on Oracle Fridays, Aloha Oracle Fridays, sometimes the cards tend to just create an entire story. And if you really want to go back to where we just started, this card could be the continuation of that story. There's no need to worry. Your soulmate is coming if that's what you've asked for. Take action, which means don't just sit around like a lump on a log. If you're not into dating sites or apps or going out and finding that person and you want it to happen completely organically, that's fine. But taking action means listening to, to your spidey instincts. It's about listening to, what your heart is telling, what your soul is telling you. Maybe it's saying you keep having this thought in your head that says, go out for coffee to your favorite coffee shop. And you're like, no, I think I'm going to stay home today. Well, you don't know. You may have missed an opportunity. That doesn't mean that the soulmate might be there. That doesn't mean your soulmate might be there. But what it's saying is that you're going out, you're showing your source, the universe, whoever it is that you believe in, that you are trying to just live your life and allow things to happen to you organically, right? You have to trust that instinct. And that was the 3rd card. Trust that instinct and watch your situation improve, because you're not just sitting on a couch feeling sorry for yourself, or you're not just laying in bed and sitting around wondering, where are they? Feeling sorry for yourself. Don't be me. Okay. I do that sometimes. It's like, and sometimes okay, I'm going to say this because I am about body positivity, but I'll admit, sometimes I feel like nobody would want me because I am plus size, because I am, and it just, I don't know. I don't think I give people enough credit. I think sometimes I think that, people are more vain in my mind than they are in real life. But here's the thing. Don't worry about what you think you look like. If you like you, put on your best outfit. Okay? Put on your best you. But in the long run, just be yourself. What is meant for you will not pass you by, no matter what you think about yourself. But in order to get it even close to you, you have to put out that beautiful vibe that belongs to you. Okay? You're trying to find your soulmate. Now remember, soulmates just aren't about romantic soulmates. It could be friendships. I mean, I have soul sisters, right? I mean, I'm an only child, but I have soul sisters. One of them is my own cousin. So, and that's great. But here's the thing. Older sibling, I truly see her as a soul sister. And when I first moved up here a long time ago to Orange County from San Diego, I was trying to find more friends. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't really know a lot of people. The only person I knew was my boyfriend, and that was the person that I was talking about yesterday. But he got me into hockey, right? And so, I was kind of a fan of my team, but I'd never been to a live game. He took me to a live game, and bam, I was hooked. And I love sports anyway, so it wasn't hard. But I was hooked, and I thought, well, I need to make more friends. So one day I randomly signed up for the Booster Club. And, one day I barely made it to a meeting because this place was like hidden. I actually live up near the area now, and older sibling and I were driving down this road one day and we're like, remember when that place used to be so hidden you could never find it? And we laughed. But then they moved it to somewhere that was a little bit easier to find. And I was just walking out of the Booster Club meeting and I didn't really meet anybody. I was kind of bummed, and I'm like, oh, it's like, why did I bother? I don't live anywhere near here. And, I was hoping I'd meet people, and then out of the blue, because I trusted my intuition to go to this meeting that night, Laura, who was just Laura back then, all those years ago, said, hi, I'm Laura. I'm the social events director of the Booster Club. And they were taking volunteers to do certain things, and I was a little gun shy about it. And she offered me a volunteer position, which was actually kind of fun because, basically, I don't know. I'm not that tall, but us short people, we can be like bulldogs, all right? It's like, do not try to get past us because you're not going nowhere. It might be a little bit of a Napoleon complex, to be honest. And she's even shorter than me. But I got to volunteer and do some work with for a charity hockey event that we had, and I got to work the cool position with her. But she did that because she was taking me under her wing, and she could see I was shy. And so, we ended up working that event together, and then we started to become friends to the point where now she's like an older sister to me, and I love her to bits, and I can't imagine my life without her. It's kind of the same with baby sibling, right? That happened a little bit more organically, obviously, because, I've adored her since she was a child, but we have different memories because I'm obviously older than her. But we became really close when my mom was dying, and we've been close ever since. So that's kind of the long way around it, guys, but that's what happens when you trust that everything's working out, that your situation will improve. I always wanted siblings, and ironically, older sibling is also an only child, and baby sibling is sort of an only child, but not quite. So she did not grow up with a brother, but she does have a brother. So, even if that's just like a friendship type of relationship, or a soul relationship, or a familial soul relationship, when you trust your instincts, you don't know where you're going to be led. But when you trust it, it's going to be something good. Okay, and I have two excuse me, two beautiful people in my life to prove that. Now, when it comes to soulmate love, if you are strangleholding that desire, sorry, baby siblings, you were stuck with me in this life no matter what. Fudge. Yes, I was. All the Fraggles in the cave. Yes, I'm stuck with her for life. Just kidding. I love her to bits. But anyways, this card is actually talking about that soulmate. Now remember, in the beginning, I pointed out how he's not that colorful. So it almost seems like this person, or we'll just say this person, they are just an idea for this person right here. And if you look at her, she kind of looks like, I'm waiting for you. Seriously, this looks like a book cover for a romance novel. But you can see that he's not as present in her life as she would like them to be. Okay, so I'm going to read the book now. So open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. Patience is so hard, I know. But if I can do it, you can do it. If you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. Self-love, guys. Self-love can be so amazing. There will be people in this world who who do not have the greatest self-love, and they find their soulmate. And you're like, what the hell? I'm working on all this. But they don't always have the people that you have in their life. They may need this person to guide them to self-love. Okay? So don't be jealous. Just be patient in your own life. I am grateful that I have such a great support group. And so sometimes maybe I'm too dependent on them. But hey, you know what? What can I say? But keep working on your self-love if you're not ready for that yet, okay? But just know that, keep your eyes open, keep your instincts going. You will be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you have known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that a soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come, they may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. So see, this is where I was also talking about how it could just be like a family member, a friend that you meet, just people that add to your life, right? Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. Before I get to the action part of this, I want to point out that this is where self-love is very, very important. When they talk about unconditional love, it is easier to love from a place of self-love. Because you're not freaking out all the time. You're not paranoid. You're not wondering, oh my God, they're 10 minutes late home. Where are they at? Who have they been with? Why are they late? Do they not want to be around me? I know. And that might seem extreme, but believe it or not, people think this way. I have seen it firsthand, and sometimes that's where trust comes in. Sometimes you have to trust that, I'm so sorry. I wore my other glasses today, but they're like falling down my face. I have crooked ears. Okay. Just as a side note, I have crooked ears, so they're making me crazy right now. But, you have to trust. And if you don't have that trust, what do you have? I've seen people ruin relationships because they didn't trust on their end. And, the other person did nothing. But they were constantly just like, what are they up to? What are they doing? Just because there's no self-love. There's so much self-love is just, I'm telling you, self-love is the biggest thing you will ever do for yourself, because the one relationship that you are going to have consistently for your entire life is the one you have with you. Okay, that is the one that needs to be maintained, because when you keep yourself in a high position of self-love and you keep yourself in a high position of knowing you are worth it, you are going to draw to you the things that bring you joy. Okay, so the action: take some slow, deep breaths, connect to your heart. Imagine calling your soulmate towards you. You don't have to know what they look like. Just feel the openness in your heart and allow yourself to connect to their heart. Imagine that there is a gold cord attaching you to them with beautiful, loving energy flowing between you. Know that you are supported and will soon meet each other in the physical reality. Keep working on opening your heart and enjoying your life. I know baby sibling knows what I'm thinking. So, yeah. So there you go, guys. Just this or something better, right? I mean, we can always point at somebody and say, I want that to be them. But, you know, life doesn't always work out that way. So sometimes you just have to say this or something better. You know, if you just make yourself very specific to one thing, it makes it hard for your source to deliver what you're asking for. They need the open field, okay? Give them the wiggle room to wiggle and bring you what is meant to be yours. All right, let's do the sacred cycles. That's a fun one. I made that face because some of them are just like, whoop. So remember, I know oracles may not be everybody's thing. However, don't worry about where the message is coming from. Just focus on the message, right? Because it could be coming from your source. When I tap in everywhere. So I know people are saying, yeah, well, how can you tap in? You don't know what I believe in. I just tap in. Straight up, just tap in. I have a very big spiritual table. I have angels who are non-denominational. I have spirit guides. And, you know, so I know that may not be in everybody's wheelhouse, but trust me. Just trust, right? Do not worry. Take action. Trust. Your situation will improve. 13 moons. Ooh. First of all, 13 is my favorite number. Number 10. I was born on the 10th. 13 moons. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this card. I haven't seen this card yet. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So just so you know, people are probably like, yeah, you're weird. 13, of course, is your lucky number. I will give you a little fun fact about Shelley Marie. Shelley Marie's favorite number is 13 because when I was a kid, Friday the 13th used to scare the shit out of me. Not the movie, although that did scare me a lot when I was a kid. Not anymore. But, I grew up on horror movies. But everyone always put this whole bad luck stuff all over it, right? That I'm all like, you know what? When the next Friday, when I was about to turn 13, I was freaking out. I'm like, I don't want a bad year. I don't want a bad year. So when I was 12, the very last Friday the 13th we had, I decided I was going to make that, you know, I was going to embrace it. Everyone else was freaking out about it. I was going to embrace it. And turns out it was one of the best days of my life. Don't ask me what happened. I just remember that whatever it was, nothing bad happened. Everything good seemed to happen. And I thought, okay, 13 is my new favorite number. So there you go. For a bazillion years, it's been my favorite number. 13 moons. I trust my inner wisdom. And again, another card that fits the original 4 that we started with. I trust my inner wisdom. Immerse yourself in the wisdom of the old ways of tracking time. The 13 moons calendar reconnects you to the sacred cycles within the wheel of the year. This exploration of time holds the power to reconnect you with the intuitive experience of a life lived in close communion with nature's cycles. This is a reckoning of your innate power, of your intuitive guidance that has never left you, your spidey instincts. You can rest assured that an abundance of inner knowledge resides within you now, awaiting your awakening and remembering. There are people who believe that we download codes all the time, light codes. Even like if you're looking at your I don't know how many people have Windows, okay, but I have Windows, and if you look at the screensaver, sometimes there's that swirly, colorful one, right? Those are what some people would consider to be light codes. Or just the sunlight, or maybe you get this glare in a picture that you've taken. People consider those light codes as well. Whether you believe in that or not, as it said in Constantine, it believes in you. I know, right? Not what he was referring to. We're not going to talk about what he was referring to. But but still, it's the point. It believes in you. And we may be downloading things that we don't understand. We may be, learning things that we have brought with us into this life that we don't quite understand and have trouble tapping back into. I do believe in past lives. And I only believe that because some of the dreams I've had, and I've explained even to my therapist, even she was like, I can't tell you what to believe, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to disagree with you. So it was just kind of interesting because in this life, I was able to heal a lot of things that I couldn't get right before. And this is what it's talking about trusting your inner wisdom, awakening and remembering. Spiritual awakenings, everybody has them. Everybody can have them. Even if, you go to church, right? I mean, like regular church, like, I don't know, religion church. People can have spiritual awakenings in there too. They might, there are a lot of people who are lost, right? And they discover or find Jesus. And I'm not saying that in jest. I'm literally saying, and it changes their lives because they found their calling. They found this place where they feel like a human again, where they have something to put their faith into. Now, I'm not here to promote either or, okay? I'm talking from experience and people I've seen whose lives have like dramatically changed for the better because they did find an anchor somewhere. They did find somewhere that kept them from flying away and floating into the bad habits that they used to be in. So, for my mom was very Catholic and very devout. Not, I don't want to say super Catholic because, there are some people who go to the extreme. My mom was just very in tune to her spirituality and to being a Catholic. And, sometimes it got in the way of our relationship, but I appreciate the fact that it got her through. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but those were cats. Sometimes it got her through whatever it is she needed to get through because she had that faith. She had that spirituality. She knew God was going to pull her through. Okay. So you were being called back into harmony with nature's rhythms to help navigate your current experience and soothe you. You may find comfort in exploring your ancestry back to the ages of those who may have lived in alignment with the lunar calendar. These ancestors hold keys to earth-based practices that will help reawaken and strengthen the inner power and wisdom that so dearly wants to be expressed through you. Open yourself to the old ways and witness what magic comes through you. I know for a fact that baby sibling and I do have Hawaiian blood and Irish blood. Now we have a lot of other ones, but I don't know. I do believe we have some Scandinavian blood. So, we're talking Vikings, the Celts, the ancient Hawaiians. These are people who probably lived by cycles. Older sibling is a quarter Cherokee. So, she is a descendant of, the Native Americans who, again, also lived with nature in these lunar cycles. So if you have these backgrounds, and even if you feel like you don't, if you're in tune to something that you may not necessarily be a descendant of, follow it. Because that may have been you in a past life. Yes, I said it. That may have been you in a past life. Fridays are the day that I can step into my lane because it's my lane and it's Oracle Friday. So you're warned at the beginning. But to be honest, what I'm trying to do here is not convince anyone to believe a certain way, but to maybe plant a seed and open your mind to what else is possible around you. So the journal prompt for this is, what do I know about my ancestors and what can I learn from them? I'm learning now because of our new family. I say new because thanks to baby sibling, we found them. For a cousin reaching out to baby sibling and then baby sibling putting me in touch with everybody else. I'm learning a lot about my father's side of the family now, my paternal grandfather's side. And fascinating. They were immigrants, In fact, I was like, how come they didn't come through Ellis Island? Well, they came here before Ellis Island opened. So they came through Castle Garden, I think it was called. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I believe it was in New York. And then they made their way to Leopold, Indiana, which was where a large Belgian community lived. My grandfather was born in France. I don't know. But my great-grandfather was born in Germany. My great-grandfather was born in Belgium. No, born in France, raised in Belgium. But his parents, I believe, came from Germany and France also. So I don't know, I'm still learning, but it's fascinating to learn these things about my ancestors, to see how hard they worked. My cousin posted a ledger of every transaction my great-grandfather ever did in his life, making money, selling stuff, property, whatnot. It was such a neat account to see what people were capable of doing, what people, how hard they worked, and, the things they went through. My dad has some harrowing stories of my great-grandfather, but my great-grandfather was also, it seemed as though from some of the accounts that we're reading now, did battle some, it almost sounds like dementia or senility, so I don't know. But anyways, let's go with the Enchanted Unicorn deck now. But with the Sacred Cycles, go back, go deep into your past, see who's there, get in touch. You might find out things that you were just kind of like, what? No, really? So, I went into my mom's side of the family, and I am not going to lie, I am so sorry. I had a Kleenex here. Like I said, the minute I hit live, poof, my whole note starts running. I thought it was just Filipino with Spanish ancestry. Turns out I'm Filipino with Chinese and Spanish ancestry. Well, I'll trip over that. But also, it's very possible that there was some Tongan and Samoan on my mom's side. Granted, I have a large, I have a very strong foothold in the Ring of Fire. Those islands from my Polynesian and my Asian ancestry. But it is curious, and I didn't know that. And so I did one of those DNA tests, and it's like, what? That's pretty cool. So, these are pretty long, so I'm going to get started with these. 1,000 fireworks. Oh, nope, there it is. That's the one we're going with. My favorite card, Blossom. All right. There was the 1,000 card, so I'm going to read that one as well. Deeper Understanding. But, I'm excited. Look how zen this unicorn looks. That unicorn just like, yes. So, all the joy. I'm so excited about the Blossom card. I seriously want a tattoo of this unicorn because it is so cute. I'm sorry, I do. When I look at it, it just brings me so much joy that I literally will keep it on my desk all day. So when I'm sitting here, that's all I see. Because it's so cute. But let's go with 1,000 first, with the lotus flower on the top of its head. Deeper Understanding. The lotus plant has long been thought of as a representation of the human condition. Its roots thrive in the watery, muddy depths of the rivers and ponds, representing our connection to the coarse, physical world. However, the stunning lotus flower surges above the water's dark surface, seeking the light, its petals opening and fanning out like the 1,000-petal crown chakra. Like the 1,000-petal crown chakra. This bloom represents our soul, our divine being, which always seeks a higher order. All of a sudden, I can't read. The lotus flower symbolizes purity, fertility, and beauty. So it's a rebirth card, right? It's, if you're going through something and you're sitting here going like, God, am I ever going to be done with this phase of my life? This card is telling you probably already have. New chapters, think of it as like a chapter in a book, right? It's a new start. It's a new chapter in the book, but it's still the same story. And a lot of times what it's doing, those first few lines, are just reiterating something that's already happened in the previous chapters, right? Or maybe just the previous chapter. So you may feel like you're not moving anywhere. You may feel like you're not going anywhere, but you may actually be there. Stop trying to figure out where on your journey that you are. I literally just got an Archangel Raphael message. Please keep going. You're almost there. So there you go. This is the Lotus card telling you it's a rebirth. You have made it. But now you need to get that foothold in the new chapter. And this might be me talking to me too. Because, I see how far I've come. But I keep thinking, wow, this new chapter is not as easy as I thought it was. we always think we're done with shadow work. There was always probably going to be some kind of weird shadow work that comes up. Now, the shadow work I finished was very deep, very inward, getting stuff out that I've forgotten was there, or things that I never dealt with that I should have dealt with a long time ago, excuse me, but never did. So if you have those, work through it. That's the self-love that we talked about in the healing card. Okay, but also allow yourself to come up through the muddy waters. Allow yourself to see, crap, look at all the stuff I've been through. Look where I was. And now I'm above all that. I look behind me or I look below me, and there's just this connection to that. That connection that you keep with who you might have used to be, or I think I'm tripping over this because there's something in my head that says, tell them about the conversation you had with older sibling. Older sibling and I were talking a few days ago, and I told her, I sit here and struggle with telling people I'm not the same person I used to be, even a year ago. And she's like, well, we're always growing. And we're always growing. I mean, we are ever changing in our lives. But what I meant was, in that last chapter, that first half of the book that I've lived already, I told her I fought that because I didn't want people to think that I'm this brand new person. But I am. Because I've let a lot of anchors go. I've let a lot of things go. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's going to change as drastically, but I had a lot of anchors. And for people who've watched The Perspective, which used to also be the Daily Vibe, you have heard of some of the stuff that I had gone through in my life that, it kind of sticks with you. It just hangs in there. But it hangs in there where you're literally like this above the water, with just your face showing, and you're barely able to breathe, and the wave hits you and you just got to catch your bearings again, right? Because all that water's gone up your nose. But that's what it felt like for a long time. But now I've learned how to keep my head above the water. And I finally decided that I am a different person. I'm a much different person. I am more in tune to who I want to be. I'm more in tune to where I want my path to go, where I see my path going. I'm able to see things in a way that I couldn't before, without that dread, without that worry. Like, well, what if I do this and that happens? I'm trying to learn how to go with the flow. Just like the original card said. Nothing to worry about. Take action. Trust. Your situation is improving. Because I am learning how to trust. I am learning to go with the flow. And that's what this Lotus card is talking about. It's about telling you to just, see what's around you. Bloom. This bloom represents our soul, our divine being, which always seeks a higher order. The lotus flower symbolizes purity, fertility, and beauty. Fertility doesn't necessarily mean, oh, okay. I mean, if you're a guy and you're like, hi, what? So, but it could mean ideas. It could mean you're planting these seeds of passion for your life. You're planting these self-love, self-care, self-joy, self-worth seeds in your life. That planting is like fertility. You're making a seed grow by loving it, by caring for it. And the purity part could be that, you are trying to get into a place where you trust and getting out of your head. Okay. And beauty. I see beauty in everything. And I'm being honest when I say that. People are like, oh, not everything's beautiful. I used to see the world through very, very dark glasses. I mean, very dark glasses, where I could not see the beauty in myself. I refused to see the beauty in myself because I didn't think I was worth it. And so I chose to see the beauty in everything else because I had to, because that's how it got me through each day. But as I started to do that, and I started to believe in myself, and I started to have that self-love even for myself, I truly did start to see the beauty in the world. People, places, things, trees, everything, the colors. Have you ever walked into a store when your head is not in your phone and you're like, wow, this place is actually pretty cool when you walk in. I mean, you're not just going to the aisle you need to be in and then back in your phone again. No, you're looking at everything and how everything's set up. You know, we have these Daiso stores out here in California, and I think in Vegas. I don't know where they're all at, but I know we have one near my house. And when I walk in, it is fun because it's clean, it's crisp, it's colorful. It's just like, wow, you know? So anyways, the divination. 1,000 years ago, humans were striving for the same things we will pursue today: love, food, water, warmth, shelter, and safety. In this respect, the world has not changed. Once our basic needs are met, the 1,000 unicorn inspires us to concentrate on our spiritual side and develop a strong connection to our angels and guides. Practices like meditation, energy, work, prayer, channeling, and taking care of the soul will open up a whole new world. Focusing on this area in your life will bring balance and peace of mind. The key mantra for the crown chakra located at the top of our head is, I understand. It means that through persistent soul work, we can gain a deeper understanding of who we are and why we are here. It means honoring our connection to the divine and to the divine wisdom. This is not the search for spiritual pursuits for the sake of ego or to appear better or wiser than others. This work is honest and powerful, and sometimes a little scary, but completely worth it as we follow our path of personal evolution. It can be scary, and when it gets scary like that, I ask you, please hang in there, hold on, because it will be worth it when you come out the other side. Trust me, it will be so worth it. I mean, I literally made that admission to you guys, and I'm not kidding, because I can see obviously I can see myself, because I'm filming myself, but I see a different glow all of a sudden. And maybe you saw it, maybe it was already there, maybe you don't even see what I'm seeing, but I see this difference. Like there's something in my eyes that just, something clicked. That it's okay for me to say, I'm not that same person I used to be anymore. That I don't have to hang on to something I don't want to hang on to. You can be the same person you want for your entire life, but people do change, and I have changed. And I've not only changed for the better, I've healed for the better. And it was a difficult run. It was a very difficult run. You know, I felt like I was being tackled by like 30 linebackers every time I got up to take one step. But I pushed through. And I know if I can do it, you can do it. Because I'm telling you, I really thought I was going to fail. And there were several times where I just wanted to stop, and I would tell both of my siblings, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And they would push me forward. Now, I'm lucky and very fortunate to have those people in my life. And I know not everybody else is. So if you have to be your own advocate, do it. And I am telling you now, if you need to come back here and watch this at whatever time it is, 48 minutes in, I'm here to tell you, keep going. Keep going. Ho'omau. Ho'omau in Hawaiian means perseverance. Keep moving forward. Keep striving towards what you want. See? It's tattooed onto me, so I don't forget. But keep moving forward. You can do this. If you need to take a break, take a break. Pushing yourself is not always a good thing. So if you need to take a moment to take a beat, then take your beat, but do not sit there forever, because I believe in you and I know that you can do this. Okay? So, there's that card. So I really, really love the 1000 card. And it's kind of a cute card too, right? I mean, it's like super happy. But again, the Blossom card is my favorite. And I'm going to tell you, okay, so these are supposed to be like the cherry blossoms, right? Because cherry blossoms are new beginnings. It's really kind of the sign of spring, but they are like a friendship tree of sorts. But I can't help it. Just look at that face. It's so cute. Oh, I just want to hug this card. I want somebody to make me something that looks just like this. Okay? I want someone to create a doll that looks just like this so I can hug it. Just this right here. Because it is so cute. But the start of a fantastic new journey. It is the start of a fantastic new journey. I feel very validated. Right? I mean, yeah. Anyways, Sakura. A Japanese cherry blossom are ornamental trees revered for their luminous blush pink flowers. They flower in Japan in late March and early April. Sakura are synonymous with joy, celebrations, relaxation, festivals, and contentment. The blossoms themselves are used in snack dishes, both sweet and savory, to flavor delicious teas or as a beautiful floral display. The cherry blossom's ephemeral nature is seen as a metaphor for the short yet powerful time we are here on Earth. So I know every time this card comes up, well, not every time, every so often when this card comes up, I relay a story of when I was in England several years ago. I had never seen a cherry blossom in my life. Okay, now they do grow around the United States, but I've never personally seen one, like physically seen one in person. And I was walking one day along, oh God, I think it was along Cheney Walk, and there was this park, just a tiny little park, and I saw my very first cherry blossoms, and I was so giddy. It's like, oh my God, you know, it's like it's a sign of some sort, and they were the most beautiful things I'd ever seen in my life. And at first I wasn't sure if they were cherry blossoms, so I Googled it. You know, I'm like, am I seeing things or what? But I Googled it, and I was just like, wow. And to this day, they're one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. They're just so vibrant and so flush with color. It was just, wow. That's all I can say. So, divination. The Japanese custom of hanami is the practice of feasting beneath the cherry blossoms, and one that has been enjoyed for hundreds of years. One must be quick to seize the opportunity because this glorious display only lasts 5 to 7 days. This is the Yes card. Whoa, really? It's been a while since we've had this card, so I don't always remember them because, you know, we go through a lot of decks during the weeks. But this is the Yes card. Its energy is one of new opportunities, taking a leap of faith and enjoying some beginner's luck. The energy of this card is very positive. Blossom is playful and whimsical. Look at that unicorn. It is about approaching possibilities with a light heart and a sense of fun. The unicorn heralds the start of a fantastic new journey, and for this reason is much like the Fool card in the tarot. Have a little faith in the future when Blossom skips into your life. So there you go, guys. All in all, these two cards, all of these cards really go together, including with the ones that we started with. And the ones we started with one last time was no need to worry. Take action, trust, your situation is improving, and the bonus card, which was improving health. But this one kind of is it's the cherry on top, right? It's the cherry on top. It is telling you that when you do these things, when you trust, when you stop worrying, when you take action, even if it's just to raise your vibe or to improve, you know, how you feel and how you see things and how you look at things, good things can start to happen. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, right? In the tarot deck, the wheel's constantly spinning and your time will come back around. But when we stop believing, when we stop and get stuck in this negative place, you're kind of, it's like a water wheel that gets stuck, right? Maybe a rock accidentally floats in front of it and it can't turn. That rock is the negativity. That rock is, you know, this obstacle, this block that's holding you in one place. And as hard as it can be, sometimes you have to be the person that dives deep and pulls that obstacle out, pulls that rock out so that the wheel can continue to spin. Okay? So, hey you, come here. Nope. This is Pixel. I know. You don't want to say hi? Say hi. See, look, this is Pixel. This is my girl. I know, crazy girl. She's the one that's been making all the noise so far, but my little Scorpio. But yeah, she's a good girl. So anyways, I've been dying to show you her because she's so cute. But anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, yeah. Oh, there she goes. She wants the window. So anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. please take good care of yourselves. If you have to, go back through these cards and look at them. If you have to, go back through the sacred cycle and go to the journal prompt, because sometimes when we reach back into our past, it can help us explain our future and our current and present situations. So again, have a great, great day. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have a fabulous Friday, right? Fabulous Friday. It's Aloha Friday, so no work until Monday. I will see everybody back here, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Facebook Live. It is public. Anybody can watch. I do repost these. I do upload them to YouTube and then spread them out across my 2 Twitter pages. So if you miss me here, you can catch me there. All right? Have a great, great day, and I will see you Monday.